a chock full next couple weeks. I have 2 different Canna yoga sessions happening on Sundays.
Kicking things off from Salt and Oil Yoga. Jill McCaffrey live. What's going on, Jill?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So excited to be on here again. Thank you so much.
Welcome back to the show. It's always a pleasure having you back on here. Last time you were on, it was great. People were asking all kinds of questions because there was a lot of new info we learned about yoga and flows, and I feel like I got all like the lingo down and shit now. So I feel really good.
Spitting flows. I'm working flows.
Yeah, I spit flows. You work the flows. That's the tag team here. You know what I mean?
But I wanted to come on here tonight because I wanted to tell you, and I wanted to tell all the listeners that I have a chock full next couple weeks. I have 2 different Canna yoga sessions happening on Sundays. So this Sunday, August 4th, in Tolland at Whispering Brook Farm, we're going to be having a nice little session. There is a consumption area. There is a little nature walk. It is an amazing, amazing place.
That's very peaceful. A little session, a nature walk.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be working there. I went there today with the kids. The kids, I mean, just went nuts. The nature walk is beautiful. And then the next Sunday the 11th, I have another Canna yoga session happening in Milford. And I know that that's a little bit more central for everybody. So if you're around on Sunday, August 11th, when is this? I'll be there. Amazing. So Sunday, August 11th in Milford at, what is it called? It's the Woods.
Woods.
Yeah, the Woods at Red Root Farm.
Red Root Farm in the Woods. Where the fuck is that?
Also another amazing place. They've got all of these enormous domes on property, and they've got a little farm. They also have a little consumption area. I'm very excited. This is going to be an amazing next couple of weeks. And if you have a Sunday free, everyone should come.
So what can you expect to do other than just like smoke and go on nature walks? Is there actually yoga involved too?
Yeah. So what we're telling everybody's going to show up about a half hour before we start to do the practice. You can do your little nature walk. You can spark up a conversation with the other people who are there.
I like that.
and then we'll start the yoga, and it's going to be. I mean, Canna yoga is always such an amazing experience for everybody involved. We do a little meditation, and then we do some flowing. We end with deep stretching. It's so cozy and scrumptious and like juicy. It's the best.
The thing is like there's a lot of stress in everyday life. You know what I mean? Like this is the one thing I know for me. Like I have terrible anxiety, and I always go through life every day. I'm overstressed. I'm overstimulated. I'm over everything at this point.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, everyone can relate to that. Literally, I think the world that we live in is just so full of stress that everyone's got major anxiety, and that's why Canna yoga has become really important for a lot of people.
How's Connecticut taking on these Canna yoga events?
Honestly, I have to say Connecticut is pretty badass and down with Canna yoga.
Really?
Yeah, I've found that people from all walks of life come to Canna yoga. And on top of that, it's starting to gain a little bit of a following. So there's a nice community. It's really special.
It really is. That's the one thing about Connecticut. I mean, I don't feel like it used to be that way, but I feel like it's getting a lot better than it has been in the past. It was there's a lot of different groups and cliques, and there's a lot of separation, but now I feel like everybody's really coming together, which is really great.
And, a lot of the, specifically the fitness trends in the United States and in the world as a whole have started in Connecticut.
Right.
Like Lower Fairfield County started Pilates, there's just a lot of trends happening in Connecticut that then expand out to the rest of the country. So Connecticut are trendsetters. What are we? We're nutmeggers,
Who would have
right?
thought that we'd be trendsetters? I mean,
we are trendsetters.
that's pretty crazy. You know, and it's crazy because before that, I never really had heard of Canna yoga events happening around here. I felt like once you started doing them, no offense, but as you know, because they say, you know, people copy it's like a form of flattery. I don't like that. I don't really believe that. But
No, not at all. I am a big believer that there was enough pie for all the yoga teachers, for all the Canna yoga teachers. And if you want to get started, I am starting to work with other teachers. I'm starting to bring people in under the Salt and Oil Yoga umbrella so that we can bring Canna yoga all throughout this state. I'd like to expand into New York. We're looking at opportunities for Canna yoga retreats. There's a lot going on behind the scenes right now. And I'm very excited for the next like 12 to 15, 16 months.
Yeah, you got a lot of things getting lined up, huh? I like that. The growth is awesome.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
It's this business. The Canna business is really, there's a lot of room for creativity. There's a lot of room for different kinds of people. The Canna business is where it's at right now.
Agreed. This is the place to be. And you're out here, you're making noise, you're doing it up, you're holding these events. I love to see more and more of them going. The fact that you got 2 in 2 week span is awesome.
I know.
You know, you're kicking ass, which I fucking love to see. You know, because when I first met you, you were just like, I was like, she's so nice. She's nice. She's got that drive. She's real. You know, some people, you know, you can realize. I feel like I got that gift where I can really tell. You know, people who are bullshit, people who aren't. So
it's so
like great.
It's so funny. I keep meeting, you know, I'm going around to all these locations to scout out places for Canna yoga, you know, because you can't hold it anywhere. It's got to be nice. It's got to be special. There's got to be, you know, I like to have nature involved. That's why, like, during the winters, I do greenhouse work. I do Canna yoga in greenhouses. Last winter, I did that with Urban Legends. I'm really excited to do that again this year. And so I try to go, but you know, I have 4 kids. And so I always have to bring my kids with me. So they come along.
That's an issue with the weed event. You know?
Just on the scouting.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Because they love the nature and they love the farms. We do a lot with farms. It's a really great time. And you know what? I find that doing it in nature is, well, doing Canna yoga in nature.
Hold on a second.
Really, it enhances the whole experience, and it helps the healing process if you need to heal in any way.
Well, you know, a lot of people need healing, so this is the place to be. Why don't you let people know one more time the dates and locations of the next 2 events?
Yeah, so Sunday, August 4th, I'll be in Tolland at Whispering Brook Farm and Art Studio. And then Sunday, August 11th, I will be at the Woods at Red Root Farm in Milford. You can get tickets at www.saltandoilyoga.com.
That is www.saltandoilyoga.com. Thank you so much for coming on. Jill, have a good rest of your night and much success to you. And we'll definitely be linking up and talking more about your stuff soon. You're welcome to come on anytime.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything.
Absolutely. Have a good rest of your night.
Bye, guys.